Sprat Fireplaces, bringing comfort and style home.
Our McCullough Jewellers in Letterkenny are synonymous with fine jewellery, quality watches and giftware. With stores at Main Street, Letterkenny and the Letterkenny Shopping Centre or online at ourmccullough.com. You can choose from their quality product range in a relaxed atmosphere, and their sales staff will be happy to help you make the right choice whatever the occasion. Our McCullough Jewellers, making moments magical for generations. Yes, welcome back, Monday Night Sessions. Time is 21 minutes after 9 o'clock on a Monday night, and you're welcome back, as I said. I'm delighted to welcome back into the studio a gentleman who's been up with us a few times, but he's been touring extensively this last while, and he's back at base now, and we're delighted to have him. We say hello to Mr. George Houston. Hello to you, George.
Hello, Paul. Thanks for having me very much.
It's a pleasure. A lot of things have happened and changed since we were talking to you last. You've been busy.
Yeah, I've been a busy bee. I've been working hard, I suppose.
Well, the Paul Weller story is a big one because you have been touring with him extensively in the UK and in the US.
Yes. Well, last year, a friend of his sent my music to him, and he liked it a lot. I remember the exact date because it was a friend's birthday. It was the 6th of January last year. I got a phone call to do the American tour in America and Canada. And I did a couple of shows in Ireland as well. So yeah, that was a crazy experience.
Yeah, and you enjoyed that?
Oh, thoroughly, yeah.
Absolutely.
I loved it.
It's a big step for any showman to be put on stage to support a legend like Paul Weller. Mm. How did you find him as a person? Because he looks like an intimidating kind of a figure.
I don't know. I was very careful because I knew that I was way above over my head kind of a thing. Yeah. So I didn't want to be in people's way or anything. But he made the effort to come to me in between shows to see how I was doing, make sure I was okay. So he was very, he was doing me a big favor the whole way through, and he was very thoughtful and caring that I was not dying from the workload.
Yeah. Would you have been a fan of his music prior to that?
I knew
of him.
Definitely, I knew of him. My parents would have, they'd have his solo albums on all the time. They'd love Wildwood and The Jam, of course. Yeah, definitely.
And I read that when you went to America, your father went with you, and you drove everywhere.
Yep, we drove from Never Eat Shredded Wheat, the East Coast all the way to the West Coast, and we went. It was kind of like an M shape. We went into Canada twice, and then all down the West Coast. So it was a lot of petrol or diesel or gas or whatever they call it.
But is that the way you choose to do it? Did that,
Yeah, there was no room on the tour bus, so it was, that was just the luck of the draw, which was amazing. It was amazing.
And was that a great journey? Did you enjoy that journey? I know time of your father and stuff like that's important, but it's a major thing.
I did enjoy it, but there was definitely stresses. The stress of being on the other side of the road was one thing. I had this phantom pedal underneath me, and I kept wanting to press the brakes and I had no control over what Daddy was doing. There was definitely stressful times, but that's just part of it, isn't it?
So you're here now, and that's the main thing. Right, we're going to talk more, loads to talk about, but we want to get straight into a bit of music. So the first song you're going to do first tonight, George?
It's called Hey Arnold. It's just a wee pop song.
Lovely. Whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. You said that you don't want children. Well, I want 6 just to spite you. I only ask 'cause I liked you. I'd have to like you, but I like you. You said that scared of dying alone. Why would you build me a home? Go and leave me on my own. On my own. Hey Arnold, you know I love you. Hey Arnold, I'm only thinking of you. Do you remember the way we used to dance too? Do you know the way to San Jose? Ba-ba-da-da-da. Ba-ba-da-da. You said that you're tired of my questions. Well, I don't like your answers. You're not a very good dancer. Go on, get off your high horse, sir. High horse. Hey Arnold, you know I love you. Hey Arnold, I was only thinking of you. Do you remember the way we used to dance too? Do you remember the way to San Jose? Ba-ba-da-da-da. Ba-ba-da. Hey, hey Arnold, you know hey Arnold, I was only thinking of you. Tell me, do you remember the way we used to dance too? The way to San Jose, to San Jose. Ba-ba-da-da. 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 Ba-da-da-da-da.
Yes, well done, George. Thank you very much indeed. Is that song on the album, is it?
It is, yes.
And this is the
Track
album.
number 4.
This is the album's been released now, launched on the 19th this month in the Kinniger brewery here in the town here in Letterkenny.
Tickets on sale. They're going fast though, which is lovely.
Aye.
So yeah, more the merrier. I love, like, I'm a I don't know if you've had Kinniger beer. I love it.
Aye.
So it was really
Always got to do. Aye.
no, I was really happy to be able to do the album launch there.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna find a designated driver because I want to be partaking in the brewery.
And why not? It's your night. The album. What you know when I look at all your albums to date, and this is your 4th studio album now.
Yes.
They're all the titles they're all different. You know, like you had Vehicular Suicide,
Aye.
and you're going, what kind of name's that for an album? This one is I love this one. It's TODC,
Aye.
the original Death Card.
Yep.
That's what it stands for.
Yeah.
Based around a tarot card.
Yeah, like I wanted it's kind of the death card in tarot is about change. It's not about death per se. It's more like the death of something and then the change that comes with it. But the reason it's called TODC is because I wanted everything to look funeral related. So I wanted funeral flyers to be written out, but I couldn't afford the original death card written out in funeral flyers. So I had to shorten the name of the album, which is like, I don't mind. It still looks good on the cover, I suppose.
Would you describe your albums as dark?
Oh, I'm morbid for sure.
Morbid, yeah, quite.
Yeah.
When you write, do you write for project, an album, or do you just write as you go along?
I just write as I go along. I think it's just because I've written so many songs, I can pick and choose which ones suit together in that sort of way. So
Yeah.
like, I've got a bunch of morbid songs, I can pick them all together and put them in an album. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, I just go along whatever way.
Is this is are your albums a kind of a therapy in a sense? You know, if they're dark.
Yeah, like I think music should always be some sort of food for the soul.
Oh, without a doubt,
Yes.
definitely, I
So
agree with
maybe
you.
like if it's happy music, it's you're obviously getting joy out of that. But then when it's sad music or it's more dark, like that's a release of
Mhm.
something that yeah, like it's definitely therapeutic to for me anyway. I don't
Uh-huh.
know, maybe not for the listener.
Oh no, you definitely hit something with the listeners because your albums are very popular. And so the Paul Weller thing, I'm just trying to picture it here.
Hmm.
You're George Houston from On His Own, and the next thing you're on the stage doing support act for one of the most famous sort of
Jumping in the
the,
deep end.
the mod fella, as they call him. You know,
Aye.
was there? There probably was airs, but was there fear? Or trepidation over it?
Uh, Not really. Like, I love to perform. I get a great I can tell when the audience is engaging with me, and I get a great joy out of that.
And did you find that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, some states were more engaged than others. Like some of them were more rowdy, but then you play rowdier songs and match their energy. So like, I got great enjoyment out of the performing, but it was all the logistics and all those things that caused me stress. But that's the other side of the coin.
And it's just yourself and the guitar.
Yep. Well, the two shows in Ireland was with the band, but no, couldn't afford to bring the band over to the States.
Oh no, your own band.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying now, but when you're on stage with like supporting Paul Weller, it's just yourself and the guitar.
Yeah,
So that's stripped back raw, like really, isn't it?
yeah. It's intimidating in front of like every night. It was the average like audience. It was in big, beautiful theaters. It was like 1,000 to 2,000 people, which it is scary with just you and your guitar, but.
Aye.
When the audience is polite and they listen, it's I don't know, you get a good confidence boost out of it.
Yeah.
I did like
your guitar and your songs.
mm.
You know, so
No
it's
covers?
no, there's no pressure. Like, how did you find? You know, did you get any feedback from the listeners or the people at the gigs, as to your music? You know, how did you find that?
I don't like it was received very well. I suppose the people that didn't like me maybe didn't tell me.
Well, that's the point. Too.
But yeah, like people would come up and buy my merch after, and that was a godsend.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I very lucky. All went according to plan.
That's good. That's good. Now you recorded the album at Paul Weller's studio.
Mm.
So how did that come about?
It was kind of just all like part of a dialogue at the same time. It was last summer was madness because we were rehearsing for the album to learn all the new songs, and then we got the ferry over, and then as soon as we got back and recorded the album, I wanted to shoot the music videos because it's a summer album. I wanted the landscape to look summery, and then as soon as we finished the music videos, we went off to America. So it was just I was very stressed that this time last year, but like I suppose. Yeah, it was very worth it in the end. And it was such a beautiful studio. It's in Woking in England. It's like south of London and lovely farmland everywhere.
It's his own place, is it?
Yeah, it's beside a house he has, and I think we stayed in. He's got like refurbished horse. What you call
Stables?
them? Stables.
Yeah.
And I was beautiful.
Do you know, I can picture what you're saying, actually,
Yeah.
probably, and I can just imagine it, okay. So Weller's involved in the album. Is he involved in the album, hands-on? Does he know?
No, no, it was just he said I can use the studio for a week, and I said okay. Yeah.
I was just thinking to myself, did he, was he sitting listening over or stuff like that with an input?
There is, like, I think with he invites different people to the studio, and sometimes he's there, but he was on holiday when I was there, so
All right,
it's
okay.
the luck of the draw.
Right. I'm just curious as to do you know if he heard your album or listened to your album, or he probably would have heard your tunes, suppose, your touring.
I'd say so. I heard some of the new tunes, but I sent him a vinyl last week, so I'd say it's still in transit to him.
Very good. That's excellent. Have you plans to go back touring with him again? You don't know what way.
I'm here if he needs me.
Very good. The plans now with the album is you're going to tour the album.
Yeah, after there's the album launch on the 19th in Letterkenny. But because it's kind of dark, as you were saying, I love touring during the Halloween season, so it's going to be during October and November in Ireland, and then we're getting a ferry over to do 4 dates in the UK, Scotland and England.
Very good.
Yeah, should be fun.
Oh, it should be fun, certainly. And as I say, where can people get the album once it comes out? All the usual platforms, just?
All usual platforms, and it's the first one I've ever put out on vinyl.
I love that. I love that when you say that, because I love vinyl. Vinyl's just, magic now. It's really...
Yeah. It was exciting to see it for the first time.
I would say that.
Take it out the packaging and put it on. I was delighted.
That's brilliant. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
We'd love to get another song, if you don't mind. Do you need to tune up or anything? Or?
That should be grand.
Good. So the next track you're going to do first?
This is called Lilith.
Oh, this is on the album.
It is. This is a song I played at the Jules Holland a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, should be.
We look forward to chatting about that.
Alrighty, here we go.
When you're ready.
Writing only hits, played softly from their fingertips, bringing punk back, some angels dressed in black, singing in a skirt and a hoodie. It's an oldie but a goodie, bringing punk back, some angels dressed in black. Lord, why would you try to kill Lilith, Lord? Why would you try to kill? Lord, why would you try to? Lord, why would you try to? Lord, why would you try to kill Lilith? Blood drawn from the strings, they scream in songs and sing what's on the minds of us demons, 'cause we are all so filthy. Pardon from the Garden of Eden, corruption's fine when you turn blind eyes to us demons, 'cause we were all born filthy. Lord, why would you try to kill Lilith, Lord? Why would you try to kill? Lord, why would you try to? Lord, why would you try to? Lord, why would you try to kill Lilith? Lilith doth protest, too much for God, God doth know best, bringing punk back, some angels dressed in black, a pardon from the Garden of Eden, on holy land they'll never stand, bringing punk back, some angels dressed in black. Lord, why would you try to kill Lilith, Lord? Why would you try to kill? Why would you try to? Lord, why would you try to? Lord, why would you try to kill Lilith?
Do you know, you have now this distinctive sound. You have the George Houston sound,
Thank you.
and I can hear it coming through. You know, very dark lyrics, and your vocals just go with that. You just don't stay in the one pitch. And just in case you tuned in, it's George Houston with us, and I'm delighted to have George here. But described by Hot Press, has some of the most original and promising sounds out of Ireland at the moment. And
Operas.
this distinctive sound with brooding vocals, airy harmonies, and candid lyrics, and that's from Imro. So you know you're getting compliments there from people that know their stuff, and that they've captured you both. Yeah, I think there's a great uniqueness in the George Houston sound.
Thank you very much.
Which-
It's something that I've always wanted, because when people come to me after shows, they say, "Oh, you're like this person. You're like this." I can't put my finger on who you're like. And
That's good.
yeah, I know that. It's lovely that people are now just recognizing it, that
Yes.
I'm like me, and
Aye.
it's something that's distinct.
You see, I get that. That's like something I would do. God, it just sounds a wee bit. It sounds a wee bit like that. You know, there's a bit of this, but you're not. That's why people can't put their finger on.
Aye.
It's George Houston sound, and long may it continue. Have you you know, what's the plans going forward? Have you anything?
The plans is like, I love albums. I'll always want to put out another album,
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
want to, as long as I can sustain music, I'll keep at it.
So a couple of weeks ago, you were on the Jules Holland show, and I was, you know, I think that's an amazing thing. How did that come about?
It came about like I think a few seeds were sowed in from different people at different times, and then I got lucky with timing. I think a big part of it was Paul Weller sent in an email to one of the producers, and I think he wanted me to play before the tour, so that it would make a little more sense why he was getting me.
Yes,
but
yes.
the timing wasn't right, so I got very lucky with timing as well with the album. Like, it was perfect timing. I was so delighted when I got the phone call.
Aye. But the thing about it is that is, you know, it's nearly one of the big shows.
Oh yeah,
You know, it's what is it, the 66th series or something like that,
yeah.
and you were on it. You know, so how did you find that experience?
Practically, I was, my favorite part of it was watching the cameras move about. It's such, like, they have this huge crane in the middle of the room, and there's a camera on it, and everything's so fluid. And on all the there was maybe, I don't know, maybe 30 camera people in there, and each cameraman had someone holding their leads behind them, and they were all so choreographed. So that was mesmerizing to watch the cameras move around and watch all the different bands, which you don't see, I suppose, because
No.
you're seeing what the camera's pointing at. But yeah, that was my favorite part of the.
Who else was on that night?
There's Kay Tempest, Obang Jer, Wolf Alice, Peggy Seeger was on for a wee interview. She was lovely.
Were you talking to her?
I was shortly. I had to stand next to her to take a picture, and she was calling me her black angel in her American accent, because I was wearing this. I was singing that song wearing the black wings and
She's
stuff.
19 now.
She is. She's doing. She's calling it a farewell tour, but
Wow.
hopefully have her back.
She's doing well. Fair play to her.
Oh,
But she
yeah.
looks great. Too.
I know.
She really does. Like from we started this program and you came up with us a few years ago until now, you know, it's been a dramatic change. And have you changed much? Do you think?
Not really. Just happy to be busy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's still go home.
Are you based in Belfast now?
Belfast and Donegal. I'm turning 24 next year, so my train ticket price is about to go up, and I'm dreading that.
Oh, cheers.
I'm not going to have my Y-Link card anymore, but
Oh.
I am in between the two.
Where do you
First
get?
world
Where do you
problem.
get? Where's the best place for inspiration for your music? Where does that happen to you?
For me, it happens when I'm lonely, or not lonely, like alone. Like I love space, and I love just having space to mess about with instruments. And
You're happy in your own company.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm not, and that's why I'm writing all the sad songs.
Very good. That's a good point too, right now. But no, I'm always curious just about where people get their inspiration from and what brings it on. Does is this a particular album now coming out now? Does it reflect a place that you were in, say, a year ago, or is that a reflection of your moods and stuff like that, or?
Like some of them is, I always like to think of songs as just another form of storytelling. So like some of them are literally just stories, and I'm trying to put whatever emotion I have into it. But
Aye.
every song's different. I'd be lying if I was. Yeah, they're all different. And
Well, all we can do is, wish you all the best. We're on Monday night sessions. Very proud of you. We're so proud when we see you. With Paul Weller, we see you on
Thank
Jules
you.
Hall. We see you now launching this new album, and it'll be great for you. It's in the Kinniger Brewery here in Letterkenny on the 19th of July. There's only a few tickets left for it, and it's George Houston's album launch. We get another song before you go.
yes, would love to.
What would you?
I'll do In Aeternum Vive. It's a song I put out last year, and it's taken me. That's the song that got me all these opportunities. So I've got a lot to thank for this song.
Oh, well, hopefully the songs in the album take you to the next level. So the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. We are creatures of the spring, you and I. In aeternum vive. Is it a crime that I don't wanna die? In aeternum vive. I bid life so pleasant, kicking back in your antidepressants. Just wish they didn't change the way you feel about me. Wishful thinking, that's my thing. You've been drinking all of my gin. I really don't mind, I really don't care, as long as you're there. As long as you're there. As long as you're there. You're becoming your mother, I heard. In aeternum vive. Since she died, we don't talk about her. In aeternum vive. I bid life so pleasant, kicking back in your antidepressants. Just wish they didn't change the way you feel about me. Wishful thinking, that's my thing. You've been drinking all of my gin. I really don't mind, it's better than beer, as long as you're here. As long as you're here. As long as you're. in eternally vain. I bet life's so pleasant, kicking back in your antidepressants. Just wish they didn't change the way you feel about me. Wishful thinking, that's my thing. You've been drinking all of my gin. I really don't mind, I really don't care, as long as you're there. Oh, as long as you're there. As long as you're there. As long as you're there. As long as you're
Wow, George, that is absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
That is on the new album.
That's on the old album.
The old album? Okay.
But that song's taken me through places. I'm grateful for that song's existence.
Amazing, absolutely brilliant.
Thank you for having
The
me.
album is TODC,
It is.
the original Death Card. It will be officially launched at the live show in the Kinnigar Brewery here in Letterkenny on the 19th of July. And if you want a good night out, you better be quick because tickets are almost gone for that. It'll also be doing a tour of the UK and Ireland this coming autumn. And if you're about Belfast on the 25th of October, George will be in the Oh Yeah Music Centre in Belfast.
Well, indeed.
And it says here between 7:30 and 11, but that's a big shift for you, I'll tell you. So, but listen, George, the best of luck. It's a pleasure as always. We love seeing your progress. We love your story, and your music's just getting better and better and better. So thank you very much. George Houston, everybody.